James Kaufman, World News Report today, July 7th, 2025. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, the DOJ and Pam Bondi supposedly released this footage, 10 hours of footage of Jeffrey Epstein's cell, or what was supposed to be Jeffrey Epstein's cell. And then they removed 60 seconds of the information and probably made this post on X themselves to lead us on a wild goose chase. Well, I'm about to bring everyone up to par. First, we'll show you the ridiculous 60 seconds they removed. Remember, this is not Jeffrey Epstein's cell, as I will shortly prove. And you can see that it goes from 11:59 to 12:01, and it's a completely different shot. The camera's been moved. The funny thing here is this is not Jeffrey Epstein's cell. This is not an authentic video, and that was not Epstein's cell. After, well, whatever happened to him, this was the cell with the crime scene stickers on it. You can see that it looks nothing like the other video. They were trying to convince us that he was in cell 46. Of course, Epstein's cell door, however, was not visible from that camera's field of view. Now, Q has already told us that, as I'm about to show y'all. Again, all these pictures come from crime scene photos of his actual cell, and we can see that that was not it. This is the actual cell that Epstein was in. You can see that, well, there's no phone on the wall here, and all of a sudden there's an AC controller or thermostat here and this other door here. Obviously not the same cell. Someone at the DOJ, and since Pam Bondi's in charge, we're going to have to blame her, has released fake footage with a little, well, caveat in it to run you on a wild goose chase. Meanwhile, Q had already told us that they would do this exact thing in 2020. What is up with our DOJ, Kash Patel, and Dan Bongino, and especially Pam Bondi, releasing 10 hours of fake footage to the public? They're covering something up big time, and this has gotten ridiculous. But I will say this has been planned since at least 2020. We were told about a fake Epstein cell cam video in 2020. Don't take this bait. Use discernment. October 1st, 2020. Fake doctored image. Video dropped here. Epstein cell cam. Explicitly designed to terminate any Twitter users reposting. Do not take the bait. The 60 seconds was the bait as well. Use discernment. Q. This has gotten to be ridiculous. Now, they might come for me after this, but I had to show you guys. They wanted y'all to believe it was door 46, so they've doctored this photo, when in fact this is door 36 here. Completely different door. Notice the design and the width of it, etc. No 46 needed. The other's just a bait and scam with 60 seconds missing to make it that more interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all we needed to see to know which side Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and Dan Bongino are really on. The only other, well, possibilities is they've all become possessed. They've all had vrills stuck in their eye, and it gets more ridiculous from there. So they tried to, well, lie to the public about the Epstein files after they promised transparency, and we can take this all the way to the top. you better be looking at Donald Trump, because he's calling the shots right now, folks. This is a tragedy of justice. Once again, we'll take the flight logs. We don't need the client list. We know the flight logs exist, period. The only other thing I can come up with is that they're all being blackmailed by someone or something. Y'all let me know what you think about this crap. Everyone's covering the 1 minute lost in time when the real story is that's not really Cell 46. Or it might be now, but it wasn't at the time of Jeffrey Epstein's death. Please make sure you share this video or it's going to die right here. Please subscribe if you haven't, and always remember that anything's possible, as you can see, in Bizarro World.